Hi everybody, Sherry Sicard, aka Cannabis Sherry here, and I'm here today with Mitch Mandel, Cannabis Sherry's cultivation editor, and he's going to tell us about the Viparspectra LS 2000. Ooh,
It's the XS 2000.
XS 2000, okay. LED grow light, XS 2000 series. That sounds impressive. Before we get to that, though, I just want to remind everybody hit that YouTube subscribe button and notification bell because we try to upload new videos every Wednesday. So, welcome, Mitch.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
I see you have another LED grow light for us, and this is a little bit bigger light than what you reviewed last time, which I think was the Mars Hydro light, and there'll be a link to that review in the comments below. Before we get into what you do or don't like about this light, why would somebody need this bigger light as opposed to the Mars one?
Well, the Mars Hydro light, which is the Mars Hydro 1000, like these days they like doing the 1000s, 2000s.
Okay, just like cars.
Right, just like cars.
Okay.
So that was the Mars Hydro 1000, which is about half the size of this light here, and for a space maybe about half the size. It's a good beginning light for growing one plant.
Okay.
This one is if you're going to do 2 or 3 plants in a little bit larger tent.
Okay.
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 Mm-hmm.
So what is it you like or don't like about this? I know you told me you were impressed the minute you opened the box. Why?
Yeah. Well, the minute I opened the box, I noticed, it comes with an instruction booklet and a reply whether you're happy or not happy. And that's a lot of products have these things, but the way they produce these really impressed me. This is a Chinese-made lamp, but it's not made with the usual, what you would think of as Chinese cheapness. This is written in good American English, easy to read, easy to understand. If you're happy, you read one side, you turn it over. You're not happy, you read the other, and it tells you how to get in touch with their customer service departments very easily and quickly if there's a problem. And the same thing is true with this, with their manual. It's well produced, it's got great pictures inside. It has information about how much light each of their different lights puts out. It's written in plain, understandable English.
And that is a change off of a lot of products because I've read some manuals. They can be very difficult.
With great punctuation, and it gives you all the information you need to know about this and some of their other lights as well. But I was really impressed with that to start with.
Okay, so beyond the manual,
Okay,
did you like the light?
I like the light itself. We haven't grown with it yet, but I've looked at other people's grows, and it puts out some really nice product. And I can't wait to get some plants under this light to get it growing. Like every other product, it comes with their power supply, which you plug into here, and then that plugs into the wall. It also comes with hangers to help you, so you can hang the lamp. At different height, different tent, because at different stages of growth you move the light up and down. So these ratchet hangers it comes with.
Okay.
And then these are the straps that attach to the light that you would put the hangers to. And I like these. What they thought about these is they plastic coated the metal braided strands that are here, which helps keep them from corroding and breaking down. Which I really like.
That is nice.
That was a nice touch.
I know that you live near the beach and corrosion is a big problem.
Exactly.
Right.
Everything corrodes, even my brain sometimes.
Okay.
Now, to the light, because this is the heart and soul of what we're talking about. This is a really great light. The people at Viparspectra have been building lights for about 10 years now. And 10 years ago, when they were first building lights, I would never have used any of the lights that were being put out then. They just didn't have what it took to really grow plants. I know on the website or on the Facebook, you had a question about, does this have enough light to penetrate deep inside of a plant? And nowadays they do. The older lamps didn't. The technology has finally caught up to the needs of the grower.
Nice.
So this is a 250 watt or 240 watt lamp, and it puts out as much light as a 600 watt HID, and you're using less than half the amount of wattage, and in some cases even less than half, and I'll go into that. So that's one thing I like about LEDs, because they replace the old hot lights and they do it very well.
Right, and heat is a factor. You don't have to have all the fans and cooling that you used to have if you're using LED.
Now LEDs do put out a little bit of heat. Like this is the driver. This is a Meanwell driver. Meanwell is the company that makes these drivers, and they're widely reputed as one of the best driver manufacturers in the industry. So you know you're getting a top quality product there. This driver actually drives the LEDs. Turns the electricity into needed electricity for the LEDs that are
Okay.
under here.
Right, and I know you said you like these board-mounted LEDs
Right.
because
It's a board-mounted LED. It's mounted to an aluminum board, and I don't know if you can see it, but there's fins here, and these fins help dissipate any of the heat that the LEDs put out. There's also a space between the driver and the board itself, which also lets air pass through to help dissipate any heat. Now, when I talk about heat, I'm not really talking about a lot of heat. I have LED lights here. We have LED lights all over the place, and we're not feeling any heat at all.
right.
So this doesn't get any hotter than usually about 85 degrees, where 10 years ago when we were using the metal halide lights, we were talking into the mid-hundreds, 120, 140, 150 degrees, and it was just, you really needed a lot of venting. But these days, heating is not a problem, but this company even makes sure that your lights are going to run cool. Cooler running lights last longer. And these LEDs are estimated at 100,000 hours of light.
Wow.
Yeah.
So this light will last you a long,
A long time, years and years and years.
Good to know. Anything else we need to know about this light, or
Yes.
anything else you particularly like?
Yeah, let me go over the highlights. I like it. It's easy. It's lightweight. It's clean. It just looks like it looks high tech. So that's kind of nice. And it doesn't take up a lot of space in your grow tent. It doesn't have a big covering to keep the heat in or heat out for cooling. It's got a very nice clean look. It has a bunch of different Samsung diodes. Each one of these little dots is an LED and a diode, and it has four different color temperatures of diodes in there. There's a 600. Just different color temperatures. Different color temperatures mean the different spectrums of the sun. So it goes from infrared, which you need for budding, which
Okay.
there's like 8 of those in here, which you can't see it when it's on because it's infrared. And there's also a deep red, and then there's other lights for vegging. There's other LEDs for vegging, which anytime you're going to look for an LED light for that, you want to have full spectrum. You want to have a multiple different LEDs. There's 504 total LEDs, but at various temperatures gives you a full spectrum of light.
And that mimics the sun.
It mimics the
right,
sun.
which is what you want for great plants.
Right. I also know on Facebook someone was asking what is the moles and what is the par, what value. If you're going to be an industrial farmer, you really need to know that. You just need, looking up that stuff is interesting to know. A lot of that stuff is in the manual here, but for me, all I care about is this going to grow big, tight nugs, and yes, it is. This puts out a lot of light. It has more par, it has more moles than many other lights out there of the same manufacturer, same wattage. It has more than a 600 watt light. It'll almost put out the same amount of light as a 1,000 watt, but they rate it as the same as a 600. But
I know another feature it had that you said you really liked was a dimmer switch, and not every light has that, right?
This is where else you can save on electricity. It has a dimmer. When you're vegging, you don't need 100% of the light that this puts out. You don't need the full wattage. You only need maybe 20 to 30% of the wattage. So instead of running at 200 watts, you're running 40 watts of light, which is great for vegging your plants. It doesn't burn it won't allow them to burn, and it's a good amount. And as the plant grows, you turn the wattage up a little bit more until you're finally at flowering. Then now you're at 100%. So you're saving wattage, you're saving heat, you're saving wear and tear on your plants. You can put the light a little bit closer without burning them. So dimmers are really, really a great advantage to have. The other thing that I like about this is the LEDs. There's a silicone protective covering. So let's say a lot of people like to spray their plants with water or with fertilizers. You're not going to damage your LEDs with any mist. You want to try and keep water off it, but they've still covered it with the silicone sealant. And because there's no fans, it's completely quiet. It makes no noise.
Oh, nice. That's discreet too.
Yeah,
So
this
this seems like a great light. Anything else we need to know about it, or?
It's $239, and if you use the coupon Cannabis Sherry, you get an 8% discount, and there's free shipping.
In the United States.
They're free shipping in the United States. They're in stock, and I highly recommend it.
All right. See the comments below for the coupon code and for links to check it out further. Thanks for sharing this with us, Mitch, and we'll see you all next time.
Bye-bye.